Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Daily Energy. The day is Ari Janu Venile de Urset. It is the 11th day of January 2025. Okay, we're in the year of the nine. Okay, the year of the nine. That is the year that you want to get rid of all those things that are no longer serving your purpose. Purpose is being highlighted today. So it's a good day for you to create and to work on the things that actually are going to produce a product for you here. Okay, so there's 5 balancing keys, right? And I'll share those with you over time, especially when the book is finished. I know now that I can't share everything on here because if I share all my secrets, yeah. So when my book is finished, I'll explain to you more about what those 5 balancing points are. Okay. But one of the things that I would recommend you work on today is production. You want to be really productive today. In the news, we're going to see more about employment. Okay. Because employment deals with production energy. You go to work to perform. Okay. You produce music, poems, you write. It's a performance. Okay. Your artistry, that's a performance. And so for those who are in the performance industry, we're going to see a lot about performance and products and things, engineering. Creativity is highlighted today. Okay. Creativity. We're also still in the communication energy from yesterday. So there's also going to be accusations. There's going to be pleas, cries for helps. There's going to be moving ons. And when I say moving ons, I'm going to tell you to stick to what you know. Okay? Because yesterday you might have had a fight with your significant other. And so today you're feeling some kind of way. And for some of you, the first thought is what my aunt told me one time. She said, in some way, there is a song that says, I need another one to get over the other one, the other one. Yeah, yeah. So there's people that's going to be thinking that they need another one to get over the other one. So we're coming up here with this energy to where, because you fought with your significant other, now you're thinking, okay, well, what one man or what one woman won't do, another one will. And so also you got to be cautious of who you tell your problems to. Okay? Because I'm getting a lot of sneaky snake energy. The devil. Okay? The devil and his goblins, hobgoblin. I told you about how the narcissist is really a goblin. Okay, the narcissist is really someone who found life to be so hard for him, found life to be so difficult that he hid within the self. Typically, I say it's a he, but it could be a he or a she. But in the realm of my mysticism, it's in the form of a he. I have other things for the she, okay? But in the forms of the he, all right, this masculine manipulator energy, this narcissist is a dangerous person. That's why I wrote the poem. Okay, Mama, there go that man again. And dominoes, Daddy taught me that means 10. But I'm talking about the one that gives you less than, the man that likes to pretend, on whom you can never depend. I remember when he showed up the first time. He used the seed to steal your heart, then broke it. Tried to hide it from you like you wouldn't notice. You see, this is the poem that I wrote about the narcissist. Okay, all things narcissist, you will find in that poem. So if something in that poem relates and you say, oh, this is the person, this hits the spot. Baby, you're with the narcissist. Okay? The narcissist doesn't start off as a narcissist. They start off as someone who wines and dines you. They start off somebody who's so romantic, but the danger of being unbalanced is that when this person gets unbalanced, they turn negative. Okay, when they turn negative, then they turn into the devil's puppet. This is somebody that is not far from trying to take you out of the world. Okay, this is someone who is no longer in control of their emotions and what they're going to do. Okay. And so that's the energy here a bit today. Okay. The narcissist is a manipulator. Okay. They take advantage of women and let's just say feminine energy. They take advantage of the feminine energy that yearns for something more, that yearns for love, that yearns for that child, that yearns for comfort and security. They take that and they manipulate that because they know exactly what it is that you want. And this is the energy today. There are going to be people that know exactly what it is that you want. And they're going to know that you just had a disagreement with your significant other. And now they're lurking about seeking whom they may devour. And they're looking to fall right in line because they've been looking for this opportunity. So there's a lot of opportunistic energy in the world today. Opportunistic energy. People are going to be seizing the opportunity. So I'm still getting police raids. I'm still getting accusations. I'm still getting pleas and bargains and cries for help. This is what we will see in the news over the next 1 or 3 days or so. I'm still seeing something that's needing to be contained, but it can't really be contained. And I feel like those are the fires. Some parts are being contained, but then I'm also picking up chemicals, gas, explosions, post office, Delaware, and I forget the other place, and I'll look at my notes in a second. But I'm still getting this energy. And because we're in the creative energy, I'm also getting more on the music industry, more on poetry, but more so the music industry. Listen to me. We're going to hear more about these cases and associations with Diddy. And over the next 3 days, some things come to a head. Some things that were hidden come to the light. This could be more name dropping. This could be more annoyance. But some things come to the light. Now, y'all know I'm not very much of a political person, but I don't think Dr. Umar is 100% wrong, because I too see the trend. And because many of you have been taught to be just like those fleas that don't jump higher than the lid, you cannot see the trend of how your leaders are being taken down with accusations, whether false or true. We don't know just yet, but there's been some things that have not been proven, and there's been some holes paid. I'm going to tell you, everything that you hear is not true. And with the day of AI, people can manipulate AI to do and say whatever it is that they want to say. And then you jump on the wagon and you believe every single thing you do Everything the thing they do and everything they say to you, it is an agenda, and it has been an agenda for a very long time. They have done this for a very long time. This is just like how they would call the wise women of those times, the ones that actually created the beer and those that actually created the medicines that a lot of you take, those that created those concoctions that were made in their kitchens and on the backs of women to raise their families up from sickness and disease. And they took that information and they called them a witch. Why? Because they wanted to use that for the now, to where they can put that in a product and sell it to you, so that you wouldn't know that you can go out in your front yard and use some dandelion. Okay? You wouldn't know these type of things because they packaged it for you. And they sold something that was free to you, put it on a shelf. And now you feel like you can't live without it. Just like that. Just like they went after some of the other groups, whether they were religious groups or what have you. It's an agenda. Just like they went after the Orishas. Let me tell you, because I am not playing. Just like they went after your bloodline. It is your blood, Israel. It is your blood, Israel. And because you don't know who you are, you don't know, you can't see what's really going on, seer. You can't see what's really going on, seer. You can't see what's really going on. God's with the little g, angels, the chosen of God. You can't see who you really are. I told you this before, that it's all interconnected. And I told you before, because y'all know I can't stay out of this because this is what I'm here for. But I told you before of how the Bible itself talks about the dead in Christ being risen with the Son at the time of his return. The elect of God. Do you actually know who the elect of God is? You think the elect of God is the 12 disciples and the 12 disciples only? No, the elect of God is not just the 12 disciples. The elect of God are those Orishas. And you will not mute me. You will not shut me up. And I will speak my truth. The elect of God are the Orishas. Those who were able to keep their powers. It is not their fault that man has manipulated and abused their powers, because they have tapped in to those powers and used them for wrong. And now we're being awoken. And that's what it means to be awake and enlightened, to know who you really are. I told you about tarot, right? Tarot is actually the Torah, the Kabbalah. Because somebody that was wise and intuitive knew that a time like this would come, O Israel, that you would not recognize yourself, O the lost tribe of Israel. You would not recognize yourself, and you will lose your own wisdom. You will hide your mysticism. You will not use your gift, because in the time of the one that they called Uther Pendragon in fairy tales, the one that they say had the son King Arthur, did not like your mysticism, did not like your magic. And so he sought to go to war with you and the angels that be, the druids, those robed beings that used to walk amongst men, the ones that are talked about in Sodom and Gomorrah, the ones that are talked about that Jacob himself wrestled with and said, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. It is all interconnected. And until you get this type of stuff that I am telling you, you will not be enlightened. And if you're not enlightened, you will not make it to the kingdom. The things that I tell you is to help you make it to the kingdom. It is more it's going to require more than what you think. And sometimes the very ones that you are trying to crucify are those that are sent to help you. The Orishas are the rainbow tribe. Do you know what the rainbow tribe is prophesied to do for you? They are prophesied to save your life. They are prophesied to go to war with those powers to be that want to take you out and make you robots. Do you understand me? If you go throughout history, you will hear about this rainbow tribe in colors of yellow, green, blue, orange, red, Oya, Ariel, Nora, You're dealing with more than what you know. And they cannot be contained because they are gods with a little g, but gods nonetheless. Why? Because they are children of the Most High. They are emanations of the Most High. Now, so I tell you that it goes deeper than what you know, O Israel. The forgotten tribe of Israel. You do not know who you are, because who you are has been hidden, blackened, beaten down. Your spirit, like that flea, you don't jump higher than the lid. You don't self-discover. You're stuck in the box. Get out of that box and stop listening to everything everybody says to you and you believe it all. You believe everything people say to you. Don't you know that's how you were able to be enslaved in the first place? Because you believe everything everybody tells you, except those that have your best interest at heart. Why? Because you want to be entertained, just like you were when Moses led you. You murmured against your own leaders just like you do now. You murmur against your own leaders. Father, I'm just going to go with it because it wants to come out. You murmur against your own leaders. You don't have each other's back. What is this? Do you remember what you were able to accomplish in Kemet? Oh, Israel, you don't know who you are. You go back to Atlantis. You go back to the Garden of Eden. Do you not know who you are? You are kings and queens. Daughters of the Most High, sons of the Most High. You better get off from that ground and believe in yourself. You better start coming together, because if you don't come together now, you will be stuck when the fire and brimstone comes. And like Lot's wife, you too will be turned into salt. We are not in play season, O Israel. We're not in play season. lost tribe of Israel. I know you don't know who you are because your identity has been stolen. I know you don't know who you are because your backs have been beating. Your language has been taken. Your mothers and your fathers, your genealogy, it's been taken from you and stolen. Now you look in the mirror and you detest your own nose. You look in the mirror and you detest your own skin. But when I look at you, you know what I see? I see beauty in your blackness. Now, don't get me wrong. I see beauty in your brownness. Now, don't get me wrong. I see beauty in your redness. Now, understand that you are all children of the Most High. Do you hear me? And if you are not all children, you come from the children of the children's children. The Orishas are the children. But you come from the children of the children's children. Some of you white, some of you black, some of you Asian. I just went with the Father. I'm just going with it because it's not play, pleasing, and I ain't scared of nobody. I'm going to say what I want to say, do what I want to do, because can't nobody stop me. And when I tell you I'm ready for you, I'm ready for you. You want to do it? Let's do it. Okay? We can do it. But this is the energy that's going on right now. And until y'all start getting it right, and until y'all start speaking up and telling the truth, and until y'all stop attacking the righteous of God, until y'all stop attacking the prophets, until you stop, you will continue to have what's going on right now in the world. You ain't seen nothing yet. There is more coming. News before news. There is more coming. You ain't seen nothing yet because it's just getting started. You thought you were going to get away with what you were doing. You're not getting away with anything. How many times am I going to have to tell you this? How many lifetimes am I going to have to be born to tell you this? This is not play. And you got less than 100 years. You got less than 100 years to fix it. You got less than 100 years to give back what you stolen. You got less than 100 years. And if you do not do this within this 100 years, you got less than 100 years. Do you hear me? You got less than 100 years. This is your news before the news. And I am Orisha Eden. Okay, so we also have more coming in about Jehovah. My goodness. And so Hove energy is coming in today. And when I think about Hove, I think about Jay-Z. I think about what we're going to hear more about the case that's going on right now. We're going to hear more about the case going on right now. And I'm not going to even speak too much about this because I know my tongue. And so I'm not going to speak anything on him. I'm just going to say that we're going to see more come to the light. More come to the light. But I'll tell you, some hoes have been paid to take out your leaders. Do you hear me? Some hoes have been paid to take out your leaders. It's not all a coincidence. Some hoes have been paid to take out your leaders because that is the way that they make it great again when it's never been great. Do you hear what I'm saying? That is the way they make it great again when it's never been great. The only time it was great when they led it, not them, they. Oh, Israel, Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. That is the they. that led you when this world was great. Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. David, Bathsheba, and Solomon. Mary, Jesus, and John. These are your real top leaders, O Israel. These are the ones that will save you, O Israel. Anybody else outside of that, they will not be able to take you where you need to go. They can help them, but they will not be able to take you there. And I know some people don't believe in God. Some people don't believe in God. And they're saying that the Bible is, they're saying that there's no such thing as God because you are the God, baby. You're getting it wrong. There is a such thing as God. There are gods. But the three working together as one are the main ones that will liberate you. And a child shall lead them. Do you hear me? A child will lead you. Just like a child was born before, that was prophesied to be born before, and they thought it was Jesus, the Messiah, and didn't understand that Jesus, the Messiah, is the father of the child that shall lead. It goes deeper than what you know. And so that's your help. That's your help. And until you embrace your help and learn who you are, O lost tribe of Israel, you will continue to get it wrong. And they will continue to be able to put their heel on your heads as if you were the snake, when all alone it's who they really were. Who are they? I'm not even talking about people. I'm talking about the spiritual wickedness in high places. The spiritual wickedness in high places. And you wrestle not against flesh and blood. It is a spirit that you're dealing with, aka the devil. AKA the devil that does not want you to know what's really going on. And so some hoes have been paid and some hoes are sitting back in the cut. And they're looking at you fighting with your significant other, and they're looking to step in. They're looking to take advantage of you. Look, the devil has no problem with tearing up all the pieces and leaving you alone with the mess. This is what I'm trying to share with you. I might have went to the extreme in my explanation, but I have no apologies for you. I apologize for nothing. I regret nothing. I said what I said. I meant what I said. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the enemy is behind all of this, and he is helping you tear up the pieces, and he is going to leave you alone with the mess, just like he did when you had just left out of Egypt and you were in the wilderness complaining like you always do, oh, lost tribe of Israel. We're going to have to get it together. We're going to have to come together because this is not going to work. You are the only ones, the rest of the family, because I'm not talking to you right now. And I do apologize because I need to say something. You are the only ones that are not coming together right now. You are the only ones that don't have each other's back. And this is why Father told me that if I don't say something, if I don't do it, if I don't speak up, then my entire family will perish. You are my entire family. And I do not want you to perish. Oh, lost tribe of Israel. Get it together. Stand behind your leaders that can back you. Stand behind your leaders that can pick you up and lift you up to give your color a fight in this race. It's not just about black, because that child of the child is both black and white. It's about unity. It's about bringing both sides together. And I know why my love said, think not that I come to bring peace. I don't come to bring peace. I come to bring a sword. And the reason why he came to bring a sword is because he already knew what would happen when you bring the truth to the light. He already knew that there will be people to fight against the truth because they think they know what they do not yet know. They think they know what they know not yet as they ought to know. The truth is hidden in plain sight. And the very thing that you think that don't exist, they're using it to keep you in place. Okay? Well, now, going back to the news of the news, we have jobs. Okay? So there's going to be some people looking for some jobs. There's going to be people looking for some jobs. Jobs is highlighted. The employment. We'll see something about employment coming up in the news. We'll see more, like I said, about more concerning the Diddy case. I have lift and haul. So something significant maybe about the lift company. Something significant maybe about hauling. I told you yesterday I was getting tow energy. I'm also getting overdoses. So there's going to be some people to overdose today. We're going to hear something about an overdose that's significant. Okay. Drag, I told you drag was a word of the day yesterday. Creative energy, draw. Tug. So we're still getting something about tug. I told you there is another plane crash that's supposed to happen energetically. And I see this plane going into, I see it going into the ocean like a nosedive. Okay. Remember, I told you that energy did not go away. It's still here as I'm getting it today. A lot more still about produce and products, produce products. So even more about produce, like the foods we eat and you producing something. I'm getting gas again. I'm getting explosions. I'm getting billows and winds. And so things are going to get more windy. Okay, more wind. And unfortunately, with this wind that's blowing, I'm not going to speak on that, Father, because I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to tame my mouth. Okay, but I do see winds picking up. Okay, and this is causing a swell of something, a surge. I'm getting swell, surge, boil, billow, rise and fall. Okay. The rise and fall has a lot to do with the stock market. I see rises and falls in the stock market. I see rises and falls. And so I'm seeing those significant highs and lows coming up as the winter weather affects, people being able to access some of these places, okay, some of these companies. I'm also seeing Dove energy coming in. Okay, Dove energy, Holy Spirit energy coming in. That's likely why I went on my tangent and my rant that I regret nothing of. And I meant every word of it. Okay. Stock. So yeah, that's definitely something coming in about stock. Okay. And that's why a person who advocates peaceful policies. I'm also getting foreign affairs coming in. Christian art and poetry, the Holy Spirit. John 1 and 32 may be significant because John 1 and 32 is coming up right now for those of you who have access to a Bible. Okay. This is why I say I see something coming in the news about a plunge, like a plunge, water, a plunge, something going into the water. This could be a car, this could be a plane, but I see a lot more accidents regarding that. Drop. See, I'm getting drop. I'm getting aircraft, and I'm feeling like it's an aircraft. But it could be a car, but I'm feeling like an aircraft. Okay, that's another aircraft going down. Okay. I'm also seeing something about digging in the earth, dig holes, maybe a hole in the ozone layer, a hole in the ice. Someone trying to dig their way out. Maybe this could be ice, plowing the ice, plowing the snow, getting that getting the ice off the roads. Okay. Till, plow, is what I'm getting here. Okay. So I'm seeing something about an outcome. Yeah. Okay. That's for me. All right. I'll take that. All right. So I'm seeing also more about cooking, eating. We're going to see more about this. Watch these hot plates and burners because they're starting to cause fires. And that's why a lot of these fires are kicking up and not going away. And once they get underway, right now, it's like, although we have days that are not so windy, wind still picks up from time to time. Okay. And so we're in some of these areas that don't get the rain, sleet, and snow to where things are a little bit too wet and the fires can't get out of hand. But machines and tools, cutting gears. Okay. If you work with machines, pay attention. Okay. Be aware of what it is that you're doing. Because I'm seeing not just new machines being invented, but an increase in accidents by way of machines. Okay. This could cause somebody to lose their leg. Okay. Or something about losing their limbs. Okay. I'm also getting something about a ferret. Okay. This ferret could be like, I don't know. I'm getting ferret activity. The last time I said something about an ostrich, they were encouraging you to eat less beef and more ostrich, okay, in the news. But I am getting something about a ferret, sprite, or hobgoblin. I'm telling you that, you think these things don't exist, but they do, okay? Elves, goblins, those stories came from somewhere. Mermaids are real. Mermaids are the Orishas, and they are very much so real. Do they have tails that swim in the water? At least not in this life. In this life, they look just like you and me. Okay? They look just like you and me. Okay? But they were able to keep their powers. They went into hiding because of the war. And I like to tell you stories. Okay, let me tell you why I saw that. One time I was in this house, and this was a vision that I had when my intuition was heightened. And I was in front of a window and it was raining on the window. And I was saying earth, air, fire, and water. This is before I knew anything about who I was or anything. Okay. I didn't know nothing about none of that. And I'm sitting in front of this window and there's like candles lit all in my house. And there was a girl there with me. And now I recognize this girl as my daughter, but she was older. And I'm saying earth, air, fire, water. And then she comes out and runs from the back and she says, they're here. They're here. The paradigm is here. The paradigm is here. And I said, I know, I called them. And so she comes and so I get up and I walk outside and I have this circle in my front yard. And when and the circle in my front yard, I see, like it was a group of robed beings that came and circled that circle. They stood on the outside of that circle. I recognized them now to be druids, to be angels. I didn't know they were angels at first until I walked up. And I walked up to one of them and I touched one on the face. And when I touched him on the face, I was able to see what he saw. I wasn't afraid of them. It's like I knew them. And I touched him on the face. And then I was like, kind of like, it was almost like I teleported because they came down from the clouds and it was like an opening in the clouds of purples and blues and pinks. And they came down from the clouds. And so I began to see a war taking place. And I began to see a war between what looked like the Celtics. Because I saw European figures. Okay. And I saw kilts with studs on them. And there was one particular kilt that I saw, and there was one voice that I heard, and he kept saying, "Where's Uriel? Where's Uriel?" And he had one robed being down on its back. And this robed being, he sat there, and he was like, I don't know, in a sense, without saying a word. And he's like, "Where's Uriel?" And the robed being wasn't saying anything. And it was almost like he thought that that was Uriel that he had on the ground. And before the robed being could say anything, there was a staff. And the staff had different carvings on it, ancient carvings. And the staff was not just a staff. The staff was a weapon. And the robe being, the European type figure that was wearing a kilt, it popped that down into this robed being's chest. It popped it down into his chest. And at that point, that robed being that I saw that wasn't Uriel expired. And then I went back into the face that I was holding, realizing that the face that I was holding was the face of Uriel. So that was who I was touching. And the ones that were circling around me were the angels, the druids. Druids were angels. They were teachers. But there was a war, and we talk about how there's wars. Okay? And so that's why I say some of the stuff that I say. I don't say the stuff that I don't know. I say the stuff that I do know. Okay? All right. So and so they kept saying the paradigm is coming. The paradigm is coming. And people were afraid of them. I want you to know that people were afraid of these angels. Why? Because from what I could see, when they came down again, they were eating human flesh. They were eating people. And at this point in time, like I said, I wasn't scared of them. But the next time they come down, you might want to be. Because they're not in play season, my friend. They're angry. And they're mad. And they're not playing, because they gave you another chance and you showed them again. I ain't trying to make you afraid, but I'm trying to get you to understand this is not play. And you want to get your life all the way together and get on the right team, because right now you're on the wrong team, baby. Get on the right team. And the right team is the God's team. And God has players in all different places. You don't know, because they might not look like you expect them to look like and sound like you expect them to sound. They might do things that might be questionable because they don't want to put on that they are who they are. But believe me when I tell you. Okay. Bode, something coming in about Bode. Okay. Bode and Job. Look at the story of Job. Okay, that's significant. Job and Obed. Okay, I'm getting stories about Job coming in, stories about Obed coming in. Joe. Okay, we're going to hear more in the news about Joe Biden. See something coming up about Adobe. These are some particular words that I have: Joe and Adobe. Okay, so I'm also seeing more prophecy, more fortune tellers. And if you're anything like me, when you get to a certain level, you go past the fortune tellers. It ain't about fortune teller. I get people tell me, oh, your next level, you're going high. I know you're about to make a lot of money. When you get to a level that you're enlightened, you focus less on the money and more on your ascension. I'm not worried about the money, because there was a time when I didn't have nothing, baby. I lived in a cave and I was okay with that. I don't need a lot. But I do know that I need my father. I do know that I need my love. I do know that I need my mother. I will be miserable without them. I need you. And I will be miserable without you, because I'm nothing without you. I'm nothing without you. Oh, house of Israel. Oh, lost tribe of Israel. I'm nothing. Do you hear me? I'm nothing without you. I'm lost without you. Okay? All right. So let's see. So evidently, plainly, devil energy coming in today because he's seeking about whom he may devour. Don't let it be you. Okay. Department of Health coming in. We'll see something coming in about the Department of Health. Okay. Dental, more about dentistry coming in. I'm still picking up eating disorders coming in. Builders, something about building. Maybe some people are getting sending building material out to help rebuild some of these places that have burnt down. But I'm seeing something about building materials. This could be construction coming in. I'm still getting furniture and bed. Remember, I was telling you about that, furniture and bed, and I'm getting something associated with the body. Okay, so bodies being found. Okay, flesh and bones, skeletons, more being found. Oxygen is being highlighted, a demand for oxygen. Okay, so people are not going to be able to breathe. Deb. I'm seeing something coming in about a Debbie. I keep seeing this. This is coming in constantly. Okay. This could have something to do with a young woman, somebody that lied about their date of birth. Okay, someone incriminating, someone that is trying to betray, someone that is trying to report. I'm seeing this coming in. Okay, impose on someone. Okay, is what I'm seeing here coming in. I'm also seeing more about evolution. Okay, evolution. We'll start hearing more about evolution. All right. Okay, I told you about in your relationships, sexual encounters, that type of things. People will try to seduce you because they know what position your the status of your relationship is. And when they see that you got a good girl, and they see that you got a good man, and they don't have a good girl, and they don't have a good man, guess what they gonna try to take? Don't be telling everybody your business. Don't be walking around here telling everybody that your boyfriend or your husband is this size and that side. Don't be telling them everything that you're having your girls flaunted around, because you want everybody to see what they have, because there's a trick in that. There's a trick in that. And sometimes the trick will come in and try to take all you have, okay, and leave you with nothing, because the trickery energy is out and about today, okay? I have something coming in about a creek and a small boy. Unfortunately, a creek and a small boy with this ice going on. They're going to find more bodies. So I see them finding a body, and it could be in a creek. If you're looking for a body, look in the creek, okay? That's near the creek. I see empires trying to be taken down, okay? Officers of the order, okay? This is police activity, and they're in the area that they're not even supposed to be. This is not even your day. It's not even your day. The Department of Environment is coming in. Poems, type of things there, going with that. Poetry, sonics, rhyme, compensation. I said compensation, but I mean composition. Writing is the day of creativity. All right. So, okay, sweetheart. Quality, still one of the things that are here. Quality. And then some people are going to be like, wait, I'm sorry. What did you just say? What? I'm sorry. What did you just say? Excuse me? Say again. What? Yes. Okay. And if that's you wondering like, what did you say? Did you just say that? Yes, I did. And I take none of it back. None of it back. Because I ain't afraid of nobody. When you hear me, listen to me. I ain't afraid of nobody. You can send your bombs, your guns, your witches, your warlocks, your sorceries. You can send whatever you want to send. But baby, you better see the invisible around you right now. Don't play with me. I am not play in play season. I am not in play season. I meant every word that I said, and I take nothing back. Okay? We also have excellency coming up. Okay? Excellency coming up. So we have royalty stepping in the building. Okay. All right. And so I told you about the stock exchange. Okay. There's a lot going on the domestic side of things. All right. Delaware. Outside broadcast, things being broadcasted. Said suddenly to surprise someone. So something's going to surprise and be a shock to somebody. Yeah, something being done, carrying out, undertaking discharge. We'll see. Maybe this is the day that whoever that is that's being discharged is going to get discharged. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm getting today. Also, you want to be watchful and you want to be mindful, because I see someone, I'm getting beat up and I'm getting killed. Okay. Questions and negative statements. Social events and gatherings, celebrations, functions, affairs, events, a swindle or a hoax. Still getting eating disorder. I don't know what this is about this eating disorder. Emergency department is coming in. Okay. Magnets and magnetism. We might hear something about magnets and magnetism in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. I'm your host. I'm your girl, Orisha Eden. I love you, my friend. I love you, oh, lost tribe of Israel. Come on. We're all brothers and sisters. But I'm specifically here to bring you out, O lost tribe of Israel. And all of you are not going to make it, but I'm calling the ones that are going to make it. Come out of your limitations. Okay? I love you. Good blood, one hearts go out. You get a heart. You get a heart. You get hearts go out. Hearts go out. Bye.